What does a good public adjuster look like? What are the characteristics of a good public adjuster? How do you know you have a good public adjuster? Let's see if I can answer some of those questions. So, when you're looking at what public adjusters do, we represent you, the property owner, the policyholder, the insured, against the insurance company. So you need somebody to fight for you. Okay? Sometimes attorneys are not the most economically feasible options. You don't want to surrender 33 1/3 or 40% of your claim to an attorney. Public adjusters do exact same thing for 10 to 20%. But not every public adjuster is on the same level, just like not every attorney is on the same level. So how do you know if you have a good public adjuster? Well, let me go through a few different criteria and characteristics that I think makes a good public adjuster. So number one, do they work independently? Do they own their own company? Or is it a firm of public adjusters? So there's multiple public adjusters. I have my own company, the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. You will work with me and only me. When we talk, you're going to talk with me and only me. When I fight for you, I'm the one fighting on your behalf, nobody else. So when you have an individual that owns their own company, they take more pride in representing you. They take more pride in their work, and they want to do an excellent job. When you have people that work for a public adjusting firm, they're not going to have that same passion probably. They're not going to have that same fight. So that's one thing to consider. The other part is how they set your claim up. So for me, the process is pretty easy. I have 4 goals. Number one, I want to make sure all your property damage is covered. Number 2, I want to try and get your deductible waived. It's a little bit more difficult on hurricane claims with large deductibles. Don't get me wrong. There's people that have $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 deductible or higher. That it's almost impossible to get waived. However, we might be able to chip into that deductible. Third thing, I want to make sure in the settlement all my fees are included. And when you take all 3 of those, number 4, I want to make sure that not one single penny comes out of your pocket to pay for any of the damages that you've incurred as a result of a covered loss from an insurance property damage claim. So that's pretty clear. Now let me ask you, does your public adjuster, maybe that you called or that you worked with in the past, or somebody you're considering, do they have those same type of goals for you? Furthermore, when the process comes as far as insurance company probably, possibly, maybe denying your claim or offering you just a little bit of money and you're forced to file a lawsuit, does your public adjuster work with you the entire way? Because he should. I do. See, I worked for a law firm before, so I have a legal background, so I know a little bit, and I make sure that I'm on top of the case, pushing the attorney. That's a characteristic of a good public adjuster. I have yet to find a public adjuster other than myself that keeps a close tab on their client's lawsuit and pushes the attorney to be more aggressive and fight for a quicker settlement. Other public adjusters will just let the attorney handle it. The case drags on. A good public adjuster should be aggressively all over the attorney to push a case forward. Now, when it comes to the selection of an attorney, ultimately you have the deciding factor. Public adjusters normally recommend an attorney. I've worked with several different law firms, and I'll tell you the reason why. Most public adjusters will only work with one law firm. Sometimes it's a friend, an attorney. Sometimes it's a relative. Sometimes it's they've been using this firm for years. I like to look at firms that I select for my client based on my client's desired outcome, the claim, and who I think is going to be a perfect fit. There's some claims when you talk about fire claims where I won't use some specific firms, but I'll use a firm that has a little bit more knowledge in fire damage claims. Another firm that works and has worked before with termite damage cases. So to use just one attorney, I think you don't serve your clients very well, which is why I have a stable of attorneys that I use based on the situation, the claim, the client, and other factors. So that's a sign of a good attorney. Some are good public adjusters. Somebody that puts your needs first, not that of an attorney. I don't care about an attorney. There's multiple attorneys I could always find. My loyalty and my work ethic goes towards you, and I have to protect you. I don't have to protect the attorney. So keep that in mind. And finally, let me say this. Most public adjusters are not good at keeping in communication with their clients. One thing I try to do is provide exceptional customer service. That is so important. Constant communication with my clients, letting them know what's going on, helping them maybe get a mitigation company for water damage claims, helping them find a roofer. So many other ways you can help your client. I believe in being honest, transparent, open, and just having frank discussions on where I think the claim may go, even if it's not what they want to hear. Because we'll always have a plan on how to get you money, and we will always have a plan on how we'll make a very good recovery and settlement on your behalf. So hopefully some of these characteristics shine some light on this whole mysterious public adjuster world. And it's hard to find a good one. When you find a good one, tell your neighbors, friends, relatives, because like any profession, there's good, there's okay, and there's bad. So hopefully this little overview helped on public adjusters. If you have any questions about a specific claim, give me a call. I'm always available. I'm Mike with the Claim Squad Public Adjusters. Thank you.